Welcome back in to Mining Stock Daily. Kingfisher Metals is joining us for this corporate editorial today. They trade on the Venture Exchange with KFR and on the OTCQB with KGFMF. The company did announce the commencement of its 2026 program at the HWY37 and Forest Curve projects last week. It's not just another drill season, I might say. I mean, this is a big program for the company with a fully funded 15,000 meter campaign. So happy to walk us through this exploration work with CEO Dustin Perry. Dustin, good morning.
Good morning, Trevor.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you back on. Listen, last year's Hank discovery, I mean, that really was a catalyst for the company. This program feels a lot bigger. Not only is it follow through from Hank, but really is kind of setting the stage of classifying this as a district. So maybe walk us through what needs to happen, paint the picture of this program and what you're setting out to do.
Yeah, so pretty comprehensive program. So we're doing the same thing that led us to the most recent discovery at Hank. We're continuing to do very large scale systematic regional exploration. And then the drilling is systematic within that area. So, we got one hole into a system. We're going to follow up that porphyry with pretty bold step outs. First hole is actually going to just re-enter the existing drill hole and push it basically as far as we can push it, as far as the drill will go. Second hole will be between 200 to 300 meters away and kind of swinging back in the direction, but we had it passing within 200 meters of the limit of the existing hole 11 at depth. So healthy step outs. We're looking for something big, so you got to take pretty big swings. Mm-hmm. So that's one component of the program, though, is following up on this porphyry. We're also testing multiple different types of epithermal targets. So you've got a bulk tonnage target with at-surface mineralization. Good grades. I was looking at some grades here from the historic data with my team. 11.5 meters of 8.2 grams gold from 25 meters depth, like things like that. So following up on grades like that those holes were 1985. So following up on holes like that, that hole that I just mentioned, that was within 41.5 meters of 2.5 grams from 6 meters. So 100 gram meter intercepts from surface. So we're following up on that using a lot more science than was thrown at it in the 1980s. Like, we've done LiDAR, we've done really detailed mapping over 3 years there. Gail was actually just out there mapping again today or yesterday, and gaining new insights. So that's another place we're putting meters. Then there's other epithermal targets, like some bigger swings. There's the top of what we believe the top of the porphyry system, where you've got it was previously considered epithermal. It might be, we don't know, but you're getting good grades. So like 1.5 kilometers from our discovery hole to the south, you've got 74 meters from surface of 0.43 gold, bottoming in 4 meters of just about a gram. Only assayed for gold back in the 80s. So these are the types of, they're pretty high conviction areas of mineralization. They just need to have holes extended or just drilled methodically, infilling. Sometimes there's 500 meter gaps in drilling. So we're going to go about this program in several ways, because we've got 3 drills, we've got a core scanner on site. Effectively, we're testing all these different things, and whatever appears to be working is what's really going to be our focus towards the latter half of the summer.
Yeah, if there's one thing that you would maybe hang success on this drill program, what would it be? Was it extending Hank, maybe discovering a second porphyry center, or putting the pieces together on these multiple mineralized systems? Like, what would you hang your hat on here?
So I think the market is looking forward to us outlining a big porphyry deposit. I think that's where most people are focused right now. That's been a lot of our messaging. The epithermal story, though, could easily have just as much value for the company, just because it's at surface. we're
Yeah, yeah.
12K from highway and power, and if you've got mineralization with those types of intercepts at surface, uh, you're off to a good start already. The porphyry, we don't know the depth at which it's going to be. Right now, we only have one hole, and that doesn't tell us whether the mineralization, dominates below the intercept or above the intercept, or we're right in the middle of it. We don't know that yet. And anybody speculating is speculating without actually any information. We really don't know. So we'll be testing that if it comes shallow and it does come to surface, or there's just a continuum right through to the epithermal mineralization. That's going to be a pretty incredible target. But
Yeah.
we're testing both of these kind of as independent things, and then we're testing other porphyry targets. So it's if I went and kind of detailed every single thing we were doing, it would probably complicate the market because there's a lot going on here. There's so much upside. That's the thing. Like there's giant chargeability anomalies within this Hank overall geochemical footprint that are untested. There's turquoise, but there's another one that we're going to probably drill before turquoise that we haven't even talked about. That's a huge IP anomaly, like a kilometer long with 50 millivolts, that's sitting right beside the epithermal system that's untested. So there's a lot of potential like a lot of ways to skin a cat that are they're going to result in like share price appreciation. But at the end of the day, we're hoping that this porphyry pans out and that the epithermal system above it holds up as well, because like to us it looks like a ridiculous opportunity.
Right. I'm obviously not here to try to complicate the story as you present it to the market here, Dustin. I'm trying to simplify it. But is it safe to say you don't quite necessarily understand that relationship between the epithermal mineralization and the porphyry, or quite figured out how they relate to one another? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, effectively, there's no holes that go from the epithermal into the porphyry, so we don't have that transition visible, and even if it was, we probably wouldn't have the drill core because the work was done so long ago. So there's a bunch of questions to be answered, and we're going to get those answers as soon as we can in the program to inform our decisions going forward. Kind of what I'm trying to get at, though, is that if the porphyry, say the grade wasn't good enough, it was too deep, this epithermal system here could easily be, it could turn into, not easily, nothing's easy in exploration, but based on the grades we're seeing and the dimensions we're seeing in the footprint, it has the potential to be something really large that could justify a very significant re-rate if it all works out. So that's why we're going at these things, kind of treating them as separate but not separate, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Well, your market's been behaving nicely. There's been a lot of liquidity, a lot of movement. I mean, the chart looks really nice here, Dustin. And I think a lot of people, this is one of the most highly anticipated drill programs of 2026. There's a lot of really big and good drill programs happening, but I think a lot of people are paying attention to this very closely. So if the season delivers the results you're hoping for, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but you got to think long term. What does the next phase look like here at Highway 37?
Yeah, so what we're doing this year is attempting to push us in the direction. So if it works out, next year we are resource drilling.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, we're trying to figure out the limits of these systems this year. And we are preparing so that we can rapidly increase our drill rate next year, if so. And it's challenging in a seasonal environment like this, where you really got to milk the season for what you can.
Right.
So, for example, we've permitted. We should have the permit any day now, but we've already got it clearance from archaeology, a second camp location. So that would allow us to have probably 8 to 10 drills next year, presumably.
Nice.
So we're pushing things in that direction, doing background, early environmental testing, like water test, things like that, to kind of try to move this along as quickly as possible. Nobody knows how long a bull market will last, and we can explore about 5 months a year, so we need to prepare so that prepare for success, but then also prepare for failure, which is why we're testing a lot of different targets.
Yeah,
so
very good.
It's kind of approaching it that way with optionality built in.
Yeah. You got goosebumps on your arms yet in anticipation for this program? Is it
Yeah.
really it's a big, meaningful program for you.
Yeah, no, Gail and I, we've been chatting about this because we've worked together for so long. This is by far the most exciting program of our careers, and it could be transformational for us in terms of, everything that drives you to be a geo, like ego and wanting to win, but also it could be game changing in terms of wealth as well. It's a tremendous opportunity, and we've got everything is just in the right place now. We're well funded. We've got an incredible team to execute on this, and we're in a good market. So it's the stars have aligned for us after several years of really trudging through the swamp.
Yeah. Geological egos and exploration sounds like another podcast idea. I'll have to maybe follow up on that one.
It's 100%. It's part of it, and every geologist will have their own opinion and argue about it. So
that's right.
Always an argument.
That's right. It turns out that you could have 17 different arguments or opinions, and none of them are true.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's your update from Kingfisher Metals' huge drill program up in the Golden Triangle for them, and we'll obviously be following the news as that program advances through the season and results coming in in the fall and into the winter. So, Dustin, congratulations. Good luck out there, and please stay safe, you and the team.
Thank you, Trevor. Good to chat.
The information presented should not be considered investment advice. Mining Stock Daily and its affiliates are not responsible for any loss arising from any investment decision in connection with the material presented herein. Please do your own research or speak with a licensed financial representative before making any investment decisions.